Sorry, repeat
How soon
that.
are we going to see Nico take
How
a step
soon? Pretty soon. Yeah. Is that a spoiler? Yeah, but we get right into it. I think this season involves everything magic, everything science, everything that you can possibly think of that's Marvel. And so we get into all of that pretty quickly. There's a lot that we did this season. Yeah. I guess not me. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the writers have. There's a lot of, yeah. But I think this season you'll see Nico's power elevate to a level that you couldn't even possibly imagine. And yeah, so I guess, will she be always spelling? I don't know. I don't know.
Sorry, no, go ahead. Okay. So with the grander Marvel Cinematic Universe, what's really interesting is that at the end of Spider-Man Far From Home, we learned that one of the Avengers is Peter Parker. He's a teenager.
Yeah.
So how do you feel that these teams who are trying to fight their own battles see that like one of the Avengers is someone who's relatively the same exact age they are?
Well, I think that happens with our crossover episode with Cloak and Dagger. I think to us, the Runaways, we always thought we kept it in the group and that was it. And then for Cloak and Dagger to come in, that's when we first realized that there are other teenagers out there that are going through similar things as us and like the same kind of struggles. And yeah, so does that answer your question? I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah. It was so much fun because I think, as you all know, we've been anticipating that for a while now, since the very beginning actually. And it was so cool to have like these two worlds come together. And Cloak and Dagger is actually a very different show from ours, and like how the dialogue is written and how their powers are made is different from us enough that it was so interesting to see us like all working together through that. And obviously Aubrey and Olivia are such lovely people, and like they came in and it already felt like home right away. And that was probably like that was like one of the funnest episodes we shot this season, just because it was so like nice to like have new people come in and kind of lift our spirits up, because like this season was a lot. It got heavy, so it was really nice to have them. Yeah.
Since they're both kind of magic.
Yeah, and Nico has quite an attitude, so I mean, you could only imagine how that interaction went. But yeah, Cloak and Dagger kind of come to the Runaways' rescue in a way, to help one of our own out of a tricky situation. So yeah, we learn to work together. I'm pretty sure that feels great, like, to know that like we're not alone, and that, yeah, I mean, the world is so scary to like teenagers as it is, and for everything that's been on our plate to be, to know that like other teenagers are going through that must be a huge weight off their shoulders. And like, obviously, the Cloak and Dagger, like, they're two powerful people, so that's definitely comforting.
To you with bringing Nico to life, because Nico goes through a lot of trying to understand herself through like her mother's reveals and her relationships.
Yeah.
And she was tempering with her to bring that to life with other teams.
Yeah, and especially this season, I think for Nico, it's all about the Dark Nico rising, and so it kind of is like a teenage identity crisis, but times a billion, and yeah, so it's definitely for Nico. It's comforting to know that she's not alone, and because I think Nico has a tendency to just kind of put everything on herself, and that can be very isolating.
With characters opposing the trope showing up, will that cause conflict with Nico?
Yeah, I mean, it's so awkward. Like, she just comes into our house and like she's just like in our bedroom all the time. Like, that sucks. But yeah, but you'll see Zavin. We need Zavin just as much as Zavin needs Carolina and all of us. So it's kind of it's a lovely way to see all of us interact and like learn to work together, and yeah, it's an interesting dynamic, that's for sure. Yeah. Well, I think a big theme of this season is self-sacrifice, and we saw from the parents for the past 2 seasons what that means and what that entails. Giving up a lot of your morals and like just to protect the ones that you love, and I think Nico goes through that very much. And when you're in a relationship, you know, sacrifice, relationship, what could that mean? Yeah, I think there is a lot of Minoru family interactions this season. I'm not going to tell you what that is like or how that ends, but you'll see Nico processing all that. Yeah.
One of my favorite parts is how it's very clear that Nico, like every time she sees her father, she doesn't want to instantly kind of like shut him down. Like she kind of gives him this look when he's in the house with them. Is that something that she's always going to constantly struggle with? Is like how she actually does feel about her mother and her father?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think as much as her parents have caused her a lot of grief and pain, their family, and you know, we had a lot of extraordinary circumstances put on our family, and so I think as she gets older, she does learn to understand that like they did the best that they could with the tools that they had. Yeah. Thank you guys. Do you wanna talk about anything else? Not show related? I don't know.
I think we have to put her on these too.
No, yeah, I had a lot of one-on-one time with Elizabeth. So lucky. She's incredible. I mean, you know, she came onto our show with such grace, and her character is not easy. Like, it's quite a character to like take on. But yeah, she came in and she was just so obviously professional and knew what she was doing. And her world of magic is just such a grander scale, and it was amazing to watch, and it was amazing to work with. Yeah. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna finally.
Over there, but swap these two.
Okay. Oh, I already went there.
Wow, man.